number one place for innovations and entrepreneurs. Here I want to integrate Government of India schemes and Government of Andhra Pradesh and so many stalls we have seen now, startup companies. They are doing extremely well. And also I want to tell you one important issue here, some ideas how it will come. Long back, I went and met Dhirubhai Ambani. He was at that time, he had only oil refinery. Then I gave him an idea. I discussed with him, as a matter of fact. I went to America to study bandwidth. At that time in India, we are having copper. People used to cut and melt and sold. Selling, all these things used to happen. All the way I went to Lucent Technology, if I remember that name correctly. I went there, their manufacturing, and I returned back. While going to Davos, I met Dhirubhai Ambani. He was a leading entrepreneur at that time. I asked him, why can't you enter in technology? Reforms have come. There is a huge demand for bandwidth. I explained all these things, and then finally he said, it is a new for me. I never heard about it. If it is viable, I will think over. Give me 4 days time. I went to Davos. I returned back. He gave me a call. Very exciting idea what you have given. I am prepared to spend $5 billion on this project. At that time, 20,000 rupees cell phone. It has come nearly 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. Massive production and also investment has come. That is how Reliance Infocom has come. Here I want to tell you again, if you commit any mistakes, Reliance Infocom is the best case study for all of us. I want to talk all these things for promoting youth also. Concept is good. They didn't change the technologies continuously. Reliance Infocom has become stale after some time because of so many factors. Then after that, Mukesh has started Jio. Now, because of scaling everything, Jio has become number one in the country because of leadership. This is where I am telling you, everybody should be vigilant in industry. There are challenges. Just now, Chandrasekhar has rightly mentioned, you are all going to innovate something. It must be superior to global product as on now. So many brains are working all over the world. What are you are innovating? It must be above all these things, superior, then only you will survive. That is where I am requesting all of you how to move in that direction. Always, my ideas are always different. Sometimes people may not believe me also. What all he is talking, is it possible? Yesterday I spoke about zero poverty and also P4 model, public-private people's partnership. If you see here, P3 model is the model after economic reforms we followed, public-private partnership. Even roads, telecommunication, power, our ports, airports, colleges, everything are coming under P3 model. We are creating wealth. And at the same time, people are getting facilities. Wealth has been created, government is getting revenue so that we can give better economic programs, welfare programs. But at the same time, Today, haves and have-nots. This gap is widening. I am a student of economics. In this country, nobody used to talk about reform. Nobody used to talk, not only talk, and support reforms. I was the first man after P.V. Narasimha Rao introduced economic reforms. Manmohan Singh supported. He innovated all these things. Then I used to talk vehemently about economic reforms. There were at one stage discussion. People accused me, even my founder, president of Telugu Desam, my leader. At the time, people used to blame him CA agent. He is always aggressive in creating wealth. Naturally, they used to blame him. India had two blocks at the time. One is Russia, one is China, America. China was very, after these two countries, only India and China, more or less same thing. Even about 1991, India and China are same footing, more or less. Today, 4.5 times difference between India and China. People used to accuse me about isms. I told one day, communism, capitalism, socialism, all isms are over. Only one ism, that is tourism, is going to prosper. You write down today. 30 years back, I made this statement. Today, if you see, nobody is talking about isms now. Now everybody is talking about standard of living. How to bridge the gap between haves and have-nots. This is where I am asking you. One is this concept, if you see wealth creation, one family, one entrepreneur. 5-spoke model will be there. Ultimately, 175 assembly segments we are going to have one industrial park minimum. I want to have equitable development and also bridge the gap between haves and have-nots, not only creating wealth, and also consciously I want to do this work. That is where we are innovating one more program. It is the responsibility of all of us, public-private people's partnership. Even today, there are people who are all below poverty. Even just now I was discussing with Chandrasekhar ji. Come with ideas. Countries have built with values and also certain time, certain policies. America is different. China is different. Europe is different. India is different. Now this is the right time. What type of society we have to create? How to give better living standards for all people. That is the society I am working. One side I want to create wealth. One side I wanted to look after poor people for better living standards. Yesterday, if you see one example, we have launched this P4 policy. This is Margadarshi Bangaru Kutumbam. This is public-private people partnership. Exactly 3 months back, one girl by name Pavani. Father and mother, they differed. Then they took divorce. They are divided. This girl was married. She had a son. Then immediately he met with an accident. He died. Intermediate girl, at young age, they got married. Ultimately, only mother income. She was a labor. She was totally depressed. When she heard about this program,